The CEO of General Motors just made a chilling promise that could send shockwaves through the entire automotive world. At a time when the industry is racing toward an all-electric future, GM has unleashed an absolute beast. A colossal 10.35-liter V8 engine cranking out over 1,000 horsepower, and it runs purely on gasoline. No batteries, no plugs, just raw, unfiltered power. But why now? What does GM see that everyone else seems to miss? And could this outrageous machine actually flip the script on everything we thought we knew about the future of cars? Let's dive in. For years, it's felt like the destiny of the car industry was set in stone. Electric vehicles were hailed as the future, cleaner, quieter, and inevitable. Gas-powered cars were painted as relics of a dirty past, soon to be banned and buried. Governments worldwide have raced to ban them. Automakers have been shuttering old factories, and billions have flooded into battery research. The world seemed to be gearing up for a future where electric cars would reign supreme. Then, right at the heart of this electric revolution, GM did something no one saw coming. They dropped a thunderous new engine. Not electric, not even a hybrid, a pure gasoline powerhouse. And GM CEO went even further, claiming this could shake the foundations of the entire auto industry. So what makes this engine so special? Could it truly stand toe-to-toe with Tesla's silent, zero-emission rockets, or disrupt the billions already sunk into battery production worldwide? Could it really force everyone to rethink the electric dream? Over the past decade, global car makers have thrown everything they've got at going electric. In China, the planet's biggest car market, huge subsidies and strict EV mandates have accelerated adoption. Europe has drawn a bold line in the sand. No new gas-powered cars after 2035. And across the Atlantic, states like California and New York are pushing through similar bans. Auto manufacturers have responded with urgency. Companies like Ford, Volkswagen, Hyundai, and Mercedes-Benz have pledged billions of dollars to build battery plants, develop new EV platforms, and transition their fleets toward full electrification. General Motors is no exception. The company has committed to selling only electric vehicles by 2035, a dramatic departure from its gasoline-dominated history. GM's electrification strategy hinges on its Ultium platform, an advanced battery system designed to be modular, scalable, and cost-efficient. In simple terms, Ultium allows GM to build everything from compact crossovers to massive electric trucks using the same underlying battery technology. This modular approach is critical for bringing down costs and accelerating production. In recent months, GM has introduced several Ultium-powered models to the market. These include the Cadillac Lyriq, the Chevrolet Blazer EV, and most recently the all-electric GMC Sierra EV Denali, which boasts an impressive range of up to 460 miles, well beyond the current industry average. GM has also partnered with charging providers and retail giants like Pilot and Flying J to build thousands of DC fast charging stations across America's highways. The company is not just dabbling in EVs, it's betting the future on them. And yet, despite all this momentum, the road to full electrification is proving to be far more difficult than many expected. First, there's the issue of charging infrastructure. While urban centers and wealthier regions are seeing more charging stations pop up, vast parts of the United States and many developing nations remain underserved. In rural areas or along long-distance routes, charging access is limited and often unreliable. Fast charging technology is improving, but it still takes significantly longer to charge an EV than to fill a gas tank. That gap is a major deterrent for buyers who travel frequently, live outside city centers, or simply want convenience. GM's V8 offers something else: consistent mechanical performance with fewer compromises and no dependency on charging networks. This shift could reshape how performance is defined going forward. Instead of raw acceleration, we might see a return to broader driving dynamics, engine response, durability, sound, and even simplicity. Consumers might start asking, what's the point of having 1,000 horsepower if it only lasts 10 seconds before thermal throttling kicks in? GM's engine challenges other manufacturers to create performance products that not only dazzle in the lab, but deliver on the street, the track, and in long-term ownership. That's a tough benchmark to match, and it could trigger a wave of innovation not just in powertrains, but in cooling systems, weight reduction, and fuel efficiency strategies for high-performance vehicles. But there's another side to this that can't be ignored: environmental responsibility. Producing and promoting a massive gasoline engine in 2025 isn't just an engineering decision. It's a political and ethical one. The world is in the middle of a climate crisis, and transportation emissions make up a huge portion of global CO2 output. GM knows this, and the company has publicly committed to achieving carbon neutrality by 2040. So how does it square this engine with that promise? The answer lies in how narrowly this engine is targeted. The ZZ632 isn't being mass-produced for compact sedans or delivery vans. It's a crate engine aimed at racers, tuners, and collectors. It's sold in limited numbers to a niche audience. From a regulatory standpoint, low-volume production engines like this often fall outside the scope of aggressive emissions bans and phase-outs. More importantly, GM is betting that its broader environmental credibility, its investments in Ultium battery factories and EV development, buys it enough goodwill to continue offering specialty combustion products without tarnishing its overall brand. This is part of a wider strategy that's becoming increasingly clear. GM isn't picking one lane. It's building a network of parallel paths. On one side, you have the full commitment to EVs. Mass-market models like the Equinox EV, high-performance entries like the Cadillac Lyriq, and luxury projects like the Celestiq. On the other side, you have combustion projects like the new V8, which preserve brand heritage, satisfy enthusiast demand, and generate headlines. The company's not just hedging. It's creating a diversified portfolio that gives it the flexibility to move quickly no matter how the market or policy environment changes. So where does this leave the rest of the industry? With choices to make, do they follow GM's lead and keep combustion alive in niche forms? Do they double down on electrification and risk alienating parts of their customer base? Or do they try, like GM, to hold two ideas in their head at once? That the future is electric, but that combustion, refined and reimagined, still has a role to play? That decision will define the next decade of automotive strategy. And GM, by making this bold, unexpected move, has already thrown down the gauntlet. Now the rest of the world has to decide whether to ignore it or catch up. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the next video for more exciting content.